Right then, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I've had a few days playing Football Manager. What the fuck's that? I've had a few days playing Football Manager, and so I just thought I'd have a few days to myself. Acne medicine. Can I take that? Oh, but I wonder what I've got to do with all that. Didn't I grab a load of medicine? Fucking hell, I got all sorts. Photocopy the notes, that's blackmailing. Key, I scratched his car with. Bat, weapon. Made permission slip, which I've got to get my dad to sign. So first thing, let's go downstairs and talk to people. Newspaper as well. Should we see how Hank's going?
What do you want, Steve? That's right, I think I got the flu.
Maybe you'd feel better if you stopped watching television and went to bed.
Maybe you'd be quiet with a steak knife in your heart.
What?
Just leave me alone, Steve. Believe me, you got your own problems. I heard that someone took Karen. Little Miss Perfect gonna get famous. Gonna get a picture on a milk carton. Yeah.
Shit.
Well, I heard that Karen was gone. So I went over to Miss Fitzgerald's house and asked if I could play with Karen. Her mom just stood there, you know, in the doorway, and cried and cried. And I just stood there, wondering how long it would take for her to stop. But she didn't. So I went inside and watched TV, 'cause they've got color, 'cause Edna has money, 'cause she runs the diner and all. And I sensed she was feeling vulnerable. So I asked her to fix me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And she did. Then I went into Karen's bedroom and looked around for stuff I could take, while Edna was in the bathroom with the water running. But all that there was girl stuff. So I came home. But it was fun while it lasted. I'm evil? You don't know what evil is. Mom says the blood drive is coming, Steve. You'll like that. It's for a good cause. And only bad people don't give. Good. Finally.
I've already got an I want to punch the baby.
Hello, dear. How are you today? By the way, I spoke with Mr. Johnson and he's livid. Seems someone scratched up his priceless tucker. If he finds out who, there'll be heck to pay. Edna's daughter Karen has disappeared. Karen was playing outside as Edna closed the diner, and that's the last anyone saw of her.
Do you reckon that's why Fatty was in it? Nah, it would have been. She would have gone missing before, wouldn't it? Because we seen Fatty in the graveyard, didn't we?
This happened Tuesday night. That's all I know except for what's on the posters.
Oh, it was Mr. Potsdam.
Don't forget to put the papers out for Jimmy.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. Yeah, I've got it.
See you later, alligator.
Don't go anywhere yet, and you got no news for me.
There now, see how easy it is? Things are so much better between us when you remember the paper in the morning. And let's keep them that way.
I'm gonna do a save and not give him, see what he does. I think we shall first go to here and see what they say. Right then, Mr. Potsdam. Run her over and got rid of her or something, and that was his application, maybe or something.
You have completed your first task. Now that you've scratched the tucker, you may proceed to your second task. You will steal a bolt of fabric from the fireman and bring it to me. use whatever means necessary, but bring the cloth to me here, and I shall give you your third task.
Okay. So should we go to the diner and speak to Edna? It might be locked. Oh, she's here.
I can't stop and chat, Steve. With Karen gone, if I stop, I think I'll lose my mind. I've got to keep busy. Excuse me. I just heard that Mr. Johnson's Tucker was vandalized. You know, though I don't like to think ill of people or take pleasure in the misfortunes of others, I'd like to think it's a comeuppance for all the times that nasty man has bothered me.
Shall I go speak to him? See how he is? Because he's the one with the funny pervy face, you know. Can I go to the bathroom now? Oh. Oh, I want to go to the hotel and check if there's a thing about someone else checking in now. They sure like that song, don't they? Ding 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 ding.
Some rotten son of a bitch scratched my car. My Tucker, my baby, my poor darling, my sweet cheeks. If I find out who did it, I'll kill him. Just kill him dead. I told that fool sheriff to beef up the patrols, but what does he care about? Nobody cares about a limp dick fat boy. Well, I'll make them care. I'll make them care. Did you hear that Karen disappeared?
Well, that's a bit of
Just
shame,
goes to show you what can happen without a man's stewardship in the house. It takes both a man and a woman to raise a child properly. Says so in the Bible. But try to convince Edna of that? Oh no. And now she's lost everything. This might be a good time to drop in. While she's feeling vulnerable.
Bye, you fucking creepy pervert.
Bye now.
So, he definitely did something to that Karen. Hey baby, hang on, I'm just gonna go out here. Just pop in here, just so that you can get undressed quickly. Yeah, thank you. Wasn't that blue? Oh. Yeah, because she was putting her top on, that's actually different. She put her top on before. Ooga. Hey baby, I've been perverting on you.
Steve, I'm so glad you came back.
You thought you'd tell her about the
What have you been doing?
War, wouldn't you?
I visited the lodge. Talked to the sergeant-at-arms there. He knows that there's something out of whack here. He told me if I wanted to find out what it is, I should join the lodge. I've decided to join the lodge, Stephanie. I think the answer to all our questions is inside.
That place. It's so sinister. You may be playing right into their hands. Did you think of that? Doesn't it seem like you're being herded toward the lodge?
That's one of the things I hope to find out.
I hope finding out doesn't get you killed. My faux mother keeps me up on the latest gossip. Not like she really wants to talk to me. More like she's feeding me information. For instance, she told me that Mr. Johnson's Tucker was vandalized. That's another weird thing. Every car I've seen drive by is a Tucker.
There were only 31 produced. What are the odds of that?
I've always wanted a Tucker. Funny that Harvest would be full of them.
Any idea who scratched the car?
Let's see if
Why
we can
would you
trust
do
that.
something like that?
It's part of the lodge initiation.
I see.
Look, I don't know what's going on here, but getting into the lodge is the best way to find out.
By committing vandalism?
I think she's in on it.
Well, I guess you'll fit right in, won't you?
Scratching a car is no big deal. Getting out of this mess is.
Sorry. When you put it that way, I guess I was overreacting. I understand that a little girl is missing.
That's right. Her name's Karen.
I heard the pod parents talking about it downstairs. When did it happen?
Tuesday night.
God, that was a bad night for everyone. Tuesday, our upstairs toilet backed up. As if that wasn't bad enough, Mr. Potsdam was livid, almost irrational. Like the toilet had it in for him personally. Through the wall, I kept hearing him ask somebody named Mr. Swell whether the toilet would be fixed by dark. And when Swell said it'd take most of the night to fix, Daddy totally lost it. Swell said he'd stay all night and fix it, but that didn't seem to help. Potsdam stormed out of the house and didn't come back till next morning.
So we've got to speak
Come back
to
and
Mr.
visit me
Swell.
soon, okay?
I need one of them at the barber's. But we're going to save. Wednesday on going. And I'm going to see you on the flip-flop.